The Talking Cheeseheads on CheeseheadTalk.com.
Ben Larson with you, Talking Cheeseheads on CheeseheadTalk.com. You can always find us on YouTube, Talking Cheeseheads channel. Also, we are on Twitter at Cheesehead Talks. Don't forget to look at us. Now time for one of our favorites every week. It's Tuesday, so we do Cheesehead Rules. So we'll start with the Brewers. I've got a lot on the Brewers today because there's a lot of rules that need to be implemented with the Brewers. So new rule, the Brewers and all others need to hit their home runs further. Okay? Please, stop making these poor umpires who apparently can't see and can't judge and don't know how to use a monitor for replay. Look at these home runs. Just hit the ball further because it's not working out for you so well. 2 home runs taken away in the last couple of games. Controversial. If the Brewers were any good, it'd be more controversial. But something's got to be done here, right? With the umpires, got to have new rules about this system. We'll figure it out. All right, new rule. No more leaving games because of an injury when your real injury is sucking. Yes, I'm talking to you, Marco Estrada, from last night. You tweaked the hamstring, your day-to-day. Perhaps the Brewers should reevaluate their terminology of that injury to pitch. As in, you can't throw your changeup, you can't start. You're as good as injured. All right. New rule, Major League Baseball has to let the Brewers carry an extra pitcher in their bullpen for the sake of all involved. Fans, players, broadcasters. You know, people have to live through all this stuff. The Brewers made a roster move yesterday to get their pitching staff down to 12 in the bullpen because they need an extra bench player. Well, what are they supposed to do when they get down 8-0 every night? I mean, seriously. Let's keep it. You can make an emergency pitcher just like they used to do in football where that third quarterback was an emergency quarterback. So if you've used all your players in the bullpen, then you can go to that last pitcher. I think baseball would agree to this. It's not really an unfair advantage because is it an advantage? Look at the Brewers' record. Think about it. All right, new rule. The Brewers now have to give their fans half-off admission to a ball game next year. Next year, if the starting pitcher in a game this year fails to either go 5 innings, or I should say fails to go 5 innings and gives up 5 or more runs. Okay, it's only fair. I say next year because would you really want to go back to a Brewer game this year? Would you be excited about that even if it was half off? I don't think so. So maybe there's more hope next year because this year's relatively hopeless, right? So yeah, I just think, generate excitement, get me to buy a ticket, say, hey, chances are that's going to happen the way the Brewers pitching staff is performing this year. So, hey, half off a ticket next year. That's great. All right, new rule. We skip away from the Brewers now. Give the ball to LeBron all the time. Okay, that's on the Heat's end. That's what they got to do. And LeBron, don't worry about getting others involved in the game. Don't worry about any of that. Just do your thing. Okay, you're really, really, really good, and you can just take over a game. All right, that's probably pretty much the new rule. The Heat should abide by that rule for the foreseeable future. LeBron was pretty good last night. All right, new rule. No more letting Grandpa talk in public, please, Ohio State. Take the microphone away from a university president. It's for your own good, and probably his own good. It's definitely not for my own good, because Gordon Gee provides me hours of entertainment. But I'm looking out for you, okay? The Ohio State, Gordon Gee. By the way, Gordon, if you want to be a guest on my show, anytime. Finally, new rule. NFL, go back and count the sack totals, please, for Deacon Jones and all others if you want to, and give him credit for what he deserves. We lost Deacon Jones yesterday. He died at the age of 74. And he was the original sack master, the guy who got to the quarterback, along with his teammates, Rosie Greer, Merlin Olsen, the fearsome foursome for the Rams. But they didn't keep track of sacks back then, not until 1982. So really, I'm thinking the NFL, you are, what, a $10 billion industry year in, year out? Maybe it's more than that. I don't even know. But lots of money. So you could probably hire a person or two. I bet you could afford it. Go back and films, stats. Just give these guys credit. If they tackle the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage, it's a sack. You might not be completely accurate, but why don't we just do it for these guys? Because they probably deserve all the credit that they deserve, quite frankly. Deacon Jones, we're going to miss him. Already missing Merlin Olsen. A lot of these former players with so much character that are fun to talk to, old NFL film stuff. It's going to be sad to see him go. So we lost him, and he really deserves it. He had, I think there was unofficial counts. Reggie White was kind of keeping track of that back when he was chasing the all-time sack total too. But go back to 1955 and just do that, okay? Probably shouldn't be that hard. All right, that's Cheesehead Rules for this Tuesday. Hope you have a great week. Again, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/TalkingCheeseheads. Also on Twitter @CheeseheadTalks. We're on YouTube, Talking Cheeseheads. You can email us, thetalkingcheeseheads@cheeseheadtalk.com. All kinds of ways to get a hold of us. And if you have some new rules, feel free. By all means, bring them on. I'd love to hear them and read them for you. We do it every Tuesday. Cheesehead Rules on CheeseheadTalk.com. My thanks to Justin Hull. We'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm Ben Larson, the Talking Cheeseheads on CheeseheadTalk.com.
The Talking Cheeseheads on CheeseheadTalk.com.